So, guys, we're with the Savage back again. You already know. Savage talks wrestling. Uh, let's not talk Raw. Listen, man. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's good. Take care of themselves. Little light one because it feels like we ain't done wrestling content in a while, which we have. But of course, SmackDown and Raw were rubbish, so there was no review because they were terrible. Um, so yeah, that's more the reason. So we did do a Monday Night Raw review for the Raw before. But I had some problems. Well, I had some personal stuff to do with, so the review wasn't very long. But again, that Raw wasn't the best either. Uh, so yeah, I just thought I'd just jump on stream and see what the crack is, man. See what's out there, what news is out there. If there's any questions from the Demon team, and if not, perfect. You know what I mean? Let's get on with the rest of the day and that, bro. But obviously, content has the content. So yeah, man. It's gonna be a pre-recorded video as well, but you already know what I feel about those, man. Like depending on what I'm doing, requires a bit of editing and stuff like that, which I can put the time into. But it's much easier to just go live. So it's almost like a live pre-record because it was a live recording more than a live pre-record, if that makes any sense. So, but yeah, I thought it'd be interesting what's out there in the wrestling world. Obviously, they would normally do a Raw review show, but honestly, unless people have any questions about Raw, probably best not to speak about it because it was yeah, it was the same old stuff. Obviously, the caveat would be if you was there in the stadium, I mean in the arena watching Raw, you probably had a great time. You probably had a very enjoyable, fun-filled, laughter, action-packed evening, and I hope you did because you already know how I feel about that. I would rather you guys spend your money and enjoy yourself. Um, Obviously, Raw this week was coming from. I need to stop. I need to slow down more as well. Raw this week was coming from Birmingham, England, which is the hometown, the home city. So around the corner from where I reside is where Raw was, and you already know, man. The fact that I didn't go, there are a few people thought that the reason why I weren't doing a review is because I went to the show. Obviously, I didn't do a watch along either. I stand corrected. I'm not doing the watch along, but also there was a football match going on at the same time, which I do watch alongs for. Which they're already. I don't have a dedicated thing to do watch alongs for Raw and SmackDown, but for football I do. So that was already in place. So I did the football match, and then I had Raw on the other screen next to me, and one earphone in, and nothing stood out. Nothing required me to take my attention away from football to pay attention to Raw. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but even the great Roman Reigns couldn't draw me into this Raw. His promo wasn't bad. His promo wasn't terrible. But he said a load of nothing. It's quite unbelievable to think that they've reduced the GOAT, they've reduced the chief, the tribal one, God mode. They've reduced him to these unimaginative, lackluster, no meaning, big up Ravi, no meaning promos. So that's where I draw the line on it. If you make Roman Reigns look average, if you make Roman Reigns look regular part of the pack, you're doing something wrong. And for me, they're doing something very wrong. And I'm not happy with it, which is the reason why I don't really want to talk about Raw. Yeah, Ravi, the simple way to put it, I mean, I could collate every video I've done over the last year and that could put it in a certain way for you, but they had a takeover from TKO, Silver Lake. The management changed, the control of the company changed, creative, some parts stayed the same, some changed. The focus of the company changed. Obviously, the main focus of any business is to make money, but there's ways about going to make your money. There's ways to create entertaining products, and then by doing that, the paying public will pay for said product, and you make money and profit off that. Create merch, and then the public would buy merch and so on and so forth, live shows and stuff. They reduced their live shows to almost nothing. So unless they're on tour, there's no live shows anymore. Which means that the stuff that were there in the live shows are being brought into the TV shows now. And now the television customer, the TV viewer who is watching at home, doesn't matter to WWE anymore. And because it doesn't matter to anymore, you get a boring Raw and a boring SmackDown. Because I can almost guarantee I have many people who attend wrestling shows week in, week out that I know. I wouldn't call them friends, but they're acquaintances, they're cool. And then me, myself, I was attending live shows every year, and now they've stopped, so I don't need to do that, of course. And no one tends to moan about the show when they're there. There's no one moaning about the live show, what happened when there was in the arena. It's always the complaints are coming from the TV viewer, which matters just as much. In fact, WWE would have you believe that the live viewer in the arena matters way more than the person at home. But there's way more people at home watching than there is in the arena. So yesterday, Birmingham, I think they probably had about, I didn't even see the attendance, but I'm guessing there's around 15 to 20,000 inside. Maybe a little bit less. There's millions at home. The viewership week in, week out for Raw and SmackDown is above 1 million. So it would say to me, I'm not saying not to cater to the live crowd, because obviously they've paid their money to, you know what I mean? I'm paying Netflix money and they're paying live show money. But it would make sense to me to make a show that would please the viewers at home, and then, you know, a knock-on effect of that it'll please the people in the arena as well. There's only a few things that you can't please the people at home with. Big up Zach. And the only thing what that could be is maybe some video packages and stuff that come up on the Titantron instead of at home. You can see it on the big screen. But then again, I'm just like, we had Bray Wyatt and we've had Undertaker over the past and stuff like that. We had loads of characters where they've done stuff on the Titantron. It's been fine. It's been enjoyable. Not to mention when you're at live shows, you're going to get dark matches anyway. So you'll get matches prior to the show starting for TV and then after the show. So you can get to see all of the WWE superstars that have been advertised to you. Another problem is the lack of creativity, which is forcing WWE to rinse and repeat the same product week in, week out. At this point, I'm willing to debate any wrestling fan opposing what I'm saying. Not in a disrespectful way, in a healthy debate. I'm willing to debate any wrestling fan that tells me that that's not happening. Now, of course, is things rinse and repeat 100%? Is it repetitive 100%? No. But if it's repetitive over 75%, I think we can call that repetitive. And I'm telling you, just by going to the WWE YouTube channel now, which I did last week on the show, just by scrolling through, I can show you the same things that happened the week before and happened today or last night. Same show every week. Every week, the show starts with the same promo, 18 to 24 minutes, minimum, 6 minutes of entrances. One person in the ring, then somebody interrupts. Then whatever happens in that ring at that time is going to set up whatever happens at the night. When it comes to Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, they're going to run around pretending like they've made the match on the night, even though on the Instagram page and before the show started, Adam Pearce would have made a video going, today we're going to be blah, blah, blah. I can't believe that this sounds crazy. It's gone as far to they promote promos. Like, I don't remember that. Now, I could be wrong. I don't remember in the past them promoting promos. They'll tell you who's on the card and then you go. Now it's like, and tonight we're going to be Roman Reigns he wants a confrontation with. Who organizes confrontations? The same shit week in, week out. Last week on the Raw review, I told you guys that because Xavier lost to Penta, I told you Kofi Kingston will fight Penta the week after. Because that is part of the method. And guess what happened? He fought him. And in typical WWE fashion, Penta didn't win. You know what we call that? 50-50 booking. Now you can't tell who's the strongest. Xavier lost, but Kofi won. But Penta won, but Penta lost. So let's run it again at some point. Maybe hear me out. The next time you'll see Penta fight will be against Grayson Waller. That's just a prediction I'm gonna make. And if it's not the next time you see him fight, it will happen within the next 2 weeks. Grayson Waller versus Penta, because Grayson Waller's part of the New Day. Xavier's supposed to be injured now. Okay. Also, last week, I told you guys, since Roxanne Perez interfered at the end of the match between Raquel and Rhea won, the following week, Rhea will fight Roxanne Perez, and then Raquel will get involved. What do you think happened last night? Roxanne had a match, a one-on-one with Rhea Ripley. Raquel gets involved at the end of the match. And the week before that, it was what I told you about Natalya and Maxine Dupree. Also, a repeat of last week. Becky and Nikki Bella, in-ring promo, tries to get physical. Someone rolls out the ring. Same shit as last week, bro. The same shit as last. I cannot make this up. It's the same. I'm going to repeat myself just so I get this across. Big up Morris. Week before, Xavier, Penta wins. Week after, Kofi, Penta loses because 50-50 booking. The week after will be Grayson Waller versus Penta. The week before, Raquel, Rhea. Raquel loses. Roxanne gets involved after. The week after, Roxanne, Rhea. Raquel gets involved after. The end of the show, the schmoz that we're getting between LA Knight, Jey Uso, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman. We've had it for 4 weeks in a row in a different format. The only thing that changes in that brawl at the end of the show is the match itself. So you have Bron Breakker versus Jey, which was last week. Everybody comes out. This week is LA Knight versus Bron Breakker. Everybody comes out. The week before was Seth Rollins versus who did he fight? And LA Knight, then the rematch. And he won and everybody came out. Same shit. In fact, I'm going to bring up the YouTube channel. I'm not going to bring it up to you guys. I'm just going to see it in the back and I'm just going to go through because I'm not here to talk about Raw, but I'm here to talk about Raw. Big AO, focal point and theme of the night was making sure Birmingham gets roasted. No, I'm not bothered by that. That's just called cheap heat. They do that in every city. Last week they did the same thing to Philadelphia. So I'm not going to pretend like it was Birmingham specific. I think there's been some backlash from what Becky said in the ring. I don't like the cheap heat from Becky. I think it's rubbish. When she was in Ireland, what she did was cool because she's from Ireland. She's from Dublin, if I'm correct. So to get her home fans on side and then roast them was cold. This week, the cheap shot at Ozzy Osbourne, if I'm correct, which I'll get it up here, because I think I've got it on my screen still. I'll say if I'm correct, I did watch it. But Kelly Osbourne has responded. So Becky said in her promo, but in fairness to Ozzy Osbourne, he had a good sense to move to LA because if I lived in Birmingham, I'd die too. Kelly Osbourne's response was, "You are a disrespectful dirtbag. Birmingham would not piss on you if you were on fire. Birmingham forever. Shame on the WWE for allowing such things to be said about my father and his home." Okay. This is WWE. She is a heel. Kelly Osbourne does have a right to say that. The part what she doesn't have a right to say is, WWE, how can you let her talk about my city like that? First of all, Kelly Osbourne, you're from the same place as me, but you don't reside in this city. All right, you're a LA don. Second of all, you don't own the city. So, yeah, if you're saying that in kayfabe, fair enough. If you're not, nobody cares. But what you do 100% have the right to respond to and have the right to be pissed off about WWE. And yes, people have said stuff about people dead before. We've seen that many times. Ozzy Osbourne just died, bro. He just died. His procession in Birmingham was 3 weeks ago. Brother, read the room, Becky. Now, let me check something here. I'm going to double check because I know when he died because he was at the Thingy concert. Because he died on my son's birthday, I'm pretty sure. Ozzy Osbourne died on the 22nd of July. It's only the Raw was the 23rd of August. 4 weeks after the man's death, you're making jokes on TV. What are you doing? Now, these things can be done if you get permission from Kelly, Sharon, Jack, and if they're all okay with it, cool. If one of them's not okay with it, you just can't do it. Cheap heat for no reason, just for these little virgins in the crowd to say, "Oh, Becky cooked." Last week it was, "Oh, she did the same promo last week, but last week, oh my god, she spoke about John Cena and Nikki." You guys are getting sad. The audience is getting sad. If you think these things are cooking because she mentioned Nikki Bella and John Cena, who John Cena, I'm gonna check this as well. I'm on my fact check. John Cena and Nikki Bella breakup. Because if I'm correct, they were dating in 2012 because they were on that Total Divas together, and they broke up in 2018. So they were together from 2012 to 2018. You know what happened in 2018? Avengers Endgame. So 2018, we're in 2025. 7 years ago, they broke up. In that time, John Cena has been engaged and is still engaged. In that time, Nikki has found a new partner, got engaged, had a baby, got married, and got divorced, and had some domestic violence case. And everyone thinks it's cooking because you're speaking about a relationship that ended 7 years ago. Get over yourself. It's not funny. It's cheap. Nobody cares. Only the little children who think it's exciting because I don't know what the world's got to. Everyone's soft now, so that's exciting to them. It stinks. Honestly, it stinks. It's not funny. It's dead food, isn't it? It's the equivalent to. It's actually no. I don't even want to use somebody like that. Who isn't together anymore? That was with another wrestler. I don't know. I don't want to use anybody because I don't want to bring up certain people in it. All I'm saying is, 7 years ago, get over yourself. You know how much different things happened 7 years ago? I'll tell you what happened 7 years ago. John Moxley was still Dean Ambrose in the WWE. That's how long ago it was. AEW didn't exist. Thanos was still alive. Marvel was still great. These are all the things that happened 7 years ago. But they will tell you that it's cooking. So if it's cooking, then I don't want to be in that kitchen. I hear it. All right. Oh, yeah, not to mention, what else was in the news this week? The reported $70,000 front row tickets VIP pass for WrestleMania next year. I'll tell you, I'm not even mad at WWE anymore. If you are willing to pay that much money, first of all, if you've got the money, the answer should be if you've got the money, pay the money. My answer is if you've got the money and you still choose to pay $70,000 for this shit, considering in a year's time, the amount of injuries that are probably going to happen to these frail us wrestlers that are dying out here because they can't do live shows anymore. The fact that who knows who's going to turn up. Brother, you're crazy. Pay the money in it while the homeless people are dying and that. You get me? Because that's crazy to me, bro. But if you enjoy it, man. 70,000. Not to WrestlePalooza tickets. Cheapest ticket I've seen so far, 1,000. Now, before the show yesterday, I told you that on Monday Night Raw, I would check the price of the tickets on the day. If it's cheap, and I speak to my son, "Yo, son, what you doing?" Just fixing the studio. You want to go WWE? Yeah, come, jump in the taxi, meet you down there. That's the case. Safe in it. Do you know what the last price I checked on? And I'm talking about, I checked with an hour and a half to go. £203, blood. £203, bruv. Rosehead hitting my head off the roof and that. No. You got man fucked up, bruv. You must be fucking crazy. But anyway, let's get back to WWE Raw. All right. There was a brawl backstage with Division. Roman Reigns promo, of course. Oh yeah, that AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Great. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor in another walk of life 7 years ago would have been everyone's dream match, innit? For the indie, it's a dream match. Now it's Iguana Finn Balor, it's Demon Into Finn Balor, and AJ that's on his way out. Great, man. Great to make your characters great. We had another real Rusev and Sheamus again, blood. Nobody cares, bro. Nikki and Becky, as I said, same thing as last week. Got it again today. Kofi and Penta, same as last week. Just changed the black guy. I hear it, bro. Dragon Lee and JD McDonough with Dominic, same as last week. And no, first time I paid attention to that Dragon Lee's entrance. This man came out with a tail and wings, bro. I'm done. He came out cosplayed of How to Train Your Dragon, bro, toothless and that. He comes out as a dragon. I'm supposed on WWE Shop, and yes, the QR code's in the corner of the thing if you want to go get a t-shirt, but beg you do not go and buy the wings. And if they sell the wings and that tail in WWE Shop, bro, I need them to show me the list of who buys it, bro. Because if I see a grown man with it, I might scrap him, bro. Big up Ravi said, I'm not paying big money to watch a live wrestling. Bro, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Just watch on TV and you'll see how boring it is. You can turn it off, bro. If I see any grown men walking around with the Dragon Lee, yeah, I'm not doing it, bro. This is not happening. But this is the new era we're in, bro. It's the new era we're in. And as you can tell, I'm in good spirits. I don't care anymore. Somehow they've got me to not care anymore. Some things will bother me, but overall, I don't care anymore. It's killing my spirit. It's making me not want to do certain content because I don't want to come on here and force it to use that. So now, if I go live, then my content's just going to be complaining about stuff. I'm being as real as I can. So if you have Savage, you're going to do the SmackDown review. Big up Morris because he's always checking in. You're going to do this. And brother, you know I love to do these streams. Once I'm on live, I'm good. But you don't understand what it takes to go to Photoshop and sit down and start making a thumbnail, knowing full well I need to talk about this bullshit. So what I'm going to have to do is start talking about WWE news. Now, I won't be cutting rumors and that because that's not my thing. I'm going to have to start doing little short videos about WWE news, bro. Oh, sorry, Ravi. I didn't see that message. Let me scroll back up. I did not like how they kill women brawls before they have a chance to get going. Oh, yeah. I agree, bro. It's almost like it's so sitcom-like that a fight breaks out between the ladies. And when I mean instantly, I'm talking about you got about 12 seconds before a geezer dressed as a referee with a man bun and security top start grabbing people. Before Adam Pearce rips off his glasses and says, I've had enough! And then starts booking matches. We don't even know at the moment who Stephanie Vakir is supposed to fight at Clash in Paris. How can that not be known? Adam Pearce said, we'll find out next week. We'll find out what? How can you not? Brother, just get it over and done with. Just get it over and done with. Rhea's going to win that title sooner or later anyway in Perth. So just give it a now, innit? So we can all just be put out of our misery, bro. Bill Murray said, what do you think about Forbidden Door? I was going to talk about that. Forbidden Door, if I'm correct, had 13 matches, maybe more. Stacked card. Now, as somebody who's attended all the AEW All-Ins apart from Texas and, the ones in London anyway, and I didn't go to this Forbidden Door, I don't have FOMO with anything. But watching this AEW Forbidden Door live, I did say to myself, I should have just went, man. I have to be honest, bro. Now, there was other caveats to not going. The first of all, I didn't buy the ticket is because when I was at All In the previous year, Tony Khan had come out and announced that Forbidden Door is going to happen the following year. And I was a bit bummed that it wasn't, All In again. Because I'm like, they've changed it. So obviously at the time, if anyone knows what the concept of Forbidden Door is, the Forbidden Door's open, you can get the dream matches, but the dream matches are all based on New Japan stars usually versus AEW stars. In WWE, it'll be Worlds Collide. But at least in Worlds Collide, normally it's NXT talent versus the main roster talent. This year's probably going to be AAA. So I hear it. So that's the reason why I didn't go, because I'm like, I wanted to go Wembley. And then oh, it's at the O2. Well, it changed midway through the year because they couldn't sell all the tickets. The cheapest ticket, by the way, I just told you about the Raw ticket, which was £203 up until an hour and a half. The cheapest ticket I saw to AEW Forbidden Door with an hour to go was £42, bro. And this ticket was not in the rafters, bro. Murray said, I'm not gassed about it. All in being back at next year at Wembley. Yeah, they don't need to do Wembley. It's a bit of too much of a big stadium for them, but I like the fact that they're going in the right direction. I thought the show was great. There was some obviously down spots, like every match wasn't incredible. And to be fair, they do over wrestle sometimes where it becomes a bit gymnastic like and telegraphed. But I thought there was some great matches on there. I loved the MJF match. The Will Ospreay thing I didn't like because, first of all, I have to get one thing out there. This stuff with like people like Darby Allin and John Moxley and Will Ospreay and all that, I'm done with that now. Like, come on, man. I get it. The blood, the color, I don't mind that. Don't mind the blood. Especially if you do it the right way. There's safe ways to do it safe. You see all of the putting the fork in man's ear and all that business, bro. Like, at this point, it's a cheap pop. And what keeps happening is you have to outdo yourself the next time. So if Darby Allin does a coffin drop off the top of a ladder, the next time he's going to do the coffin drop off the roof. The next time he's going to do it off an air balloon. The next time he's going to do it off a plane. Then he's going to parachute from Mount Everest to do a coffin drop. Like, at some point, it's gonna get horrible. It's gonna get nasty, and I don't want to be a part of it. So I don't like it. It's cheap, and everyone in the crowd. You have to zoom in and look at the big Tron to know what's going on. We get it. You put a fork in man's ear, bro. Like, stop it, innit? But the rest of the card was great. And to be fair to AEW, they're going in the right direction. They do have stories now. They do have stories. They're not incredible, but the story's there. They need to fix their women's division though, and they need to stop with the 12 belts Monday or 9 belts Monday or whatever it is. It's silly now. Like, it's silly. And now you're going to ruin her because she has to lose 9 times to lose all the titles. So well done, you booked yourself into a corner. And even if she relinquished it, she's going to look stupid. But anyway, Ravi said, soon as it happens, they cut it and go to commentary team like back in the late 90s. They used to carry on where people involved with the brawl keep looking for each other. Yeah, you said that right. Becky with the man is cooked now. Brother, she's been cooked for years about that. She's been cooked before she had a baby, bro. Nikki Bella being back is just wasteful. What does she offer now? It's wasteful because they're not booking her properly. She's got star power. She's got the name. People do watch because of her. I can see the people in the crowd dressed as Nikki Bella. But yeah, they're wasting her because these little promos and that they're doing, it's not cutting it. Nah, I didn't know. Alexander. Okay, I had a sign promoting your channel. I don't know if you saw it on TV. I need to look back at it. Oh, Alexander, bro, if you can look back on TV and find it, then message me in it. I'll check on Netflix as well. You was by the entrance, innit? If you had it by the entrance, then let me know when you had it up, and I'll go back and look at it, bro. But I respect you for doing it because I know we spoke about it, and that the fact that you actually done it, that's cold, bro. Love that, bro. So respect to you, man, every time. And I know big up to you as well, man, because I'm guessing that you enjoyed yourself. And as I said at the beginning of the show, when people wasn't watching, the show itself, if you're there live, it's normally enjoyable because you just get into the heat of it. And I'll tell you one thing: if you pay your money, you're definitely getting. Yeah, I mean, so Nikki Bella is jobbing to Liv Morgan and that. No, there's no jobbing to Liv Morgan anymore. Them days are done, bro. Like, Liv Morgan is a star now in WWE. Whoever Liv Morgan beats at this point, it's fine. Like, people see her as a star in WWE now. And to be fair to Liv Morgan, we've said it on this channel many times, bro. Over the last 2-3 years, she's the most improved wrestler with the women. She's cold. She's cold. Now, some of the stuff that's cheesy with the dumb stuff and that, bro. But yeah, it's crazy. Where's Nikki Cross? Nikki Cross is with the Wyatt Six, who I saw them backstage when John Cena got fake punched in the face by Logan. I saw Rowan and Thingy in the background, Uncle Howdy. I don't even know if they were trying to do the gimmick where they were trying to be seen in the background, or they were having Lunchables with each other and the camera just caught them. But I saw them in the background. No, she's not, but she's part of the character in it. I don't know. I don't know. You're speaking to the wrong person when it comes to the White Six. I couldn't give a shit about them, bro. The only thing I care about the White Six is their health, bro. Otherwise, from that, I don't give a damn. Before we get out of here, Might as well talk about this because everyone keeps messaging me to talk about it. And I had a thumbnail made and a video made to do it. I said, you know what? I don't want to feed into this too much because everyone's talking about it. So I can just talk about my live stream and I don't have to promote it. Let me get to Alexander's comment first. Yeah, it was by the entrance, but was further up than I thought would be by the end of the barricade on the right side. AJ Styles ran right past me to go and attack Dom. Okay, cool. Ravi, I don't know what you're watching, but if that's the woman you enjoy watching now, bro, if you're talking about past Bailey, I hear it, bro. If you're talking about current Bailey, she's been cooked for like a year, bro. She's been cooked for about a year, bro. She can't cut a good promo. She can wrestle, so yeah, I mean, and she's got a look to her, but it's dead, man. But Bailey, nah, Bailey's been so cooked that her character herself now is saying that she's been cooked, bro. That's how cooked she's been. That they can't ignore it, so they put it into her character. She's been trash, man. And I was a fan of Bailey. I say I'm a fan of Bailey. I'm not a fan of this Bailey character. I'm a fan of Bailey. I don't want to just turn my back on her on that, bro. But yeah, man, she's been trash, bro. In fact, I'll tell you, the last time Bailey was good. This sounds terrible me saying this, but you see that SummerSlam where she returned with the Bailey buddies, with the Kabuki Bailey. What the fucking called, man? Damage Control. The last time, yeah, Damage Control Bailey, when she came back, she was rubbish before that. Pandemic Bailey is true. The last time Bailey was cooking was when she was with Sasha, bro. That sounds deep. I'm telling you, bro. That's the last time Bailey was cooking when she was with Sasha. Big up love for basketball, bro. Hope you're well. Okay, man. Quick overhaul. Roger Jackson, son of Quinton Rampage Jackson. Knox Pro Wrestling School, home of Rikishi blood. Listen, something took place on the weekend where Roger Jackson took it upon himself, and I don't want to hear anyone tell me he was aggravated because the video started. I saw the stream. The stream started. He was there at the wrestling show. He's sitting out back in the car park where all the wrestlers hang out. They're trying to book a angle with Roger. Psycho, what's his name? Psycho Steve hits him over the head with a can. I know wrestling, bro. He doesn't just hit him with a can. He hits him over the head with an empty can in a working way, how you would do in wrestling, how you would do in a hardcore match. This kid ain't on it. He gets mad, angry real quick and that. Psycho Steve is face-to-face with him. He says, bro, he literally looks in his face and said, yo, under his breath, you're not going to sell it. You need to sell it. He don't know what he's talking about. Man's talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to be disrespected. Man pulls him back, have a conversation. A couple of the wrestlers talking to him. Then he's like, yo, listen, he thought he was part of the show. Then I can hear the other wrestlers going, yo, he's not a worker, man. He's not a worker. The wrestler apologizes. He profusely apologized. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. You have to understand. It's a wrestling show. I thought it was part of the show. I thought it was a work. Obviously, blah, blah, blah. He's still agitated, but he's like, yo, yeah. He tries to shake his hand. I apologize. Blah, blah, blah. They carries on the conversation. The next guy, the Samoan dude, because he keeps calling him Uso, is like, yo, tell you what will be cool. Make an angle out of this. And then, he gets in the ring later on and gives you a little receipt and that. You know what I mean? We can do that. Okay. Safe. He apologized, bro. The shit is over, bro. He goes backstage speaking to that Mana dude who's got the cowboy hat on. He's making it worse. He's on some, yeah, man, he's an idiot, man. You don't do stuff like that, bro. But, you get back in the ring, you tag him, man. Make sure you tag him. Get in the ring, get your receipt back. You need to tag him. Man's like, yeah, I'm going to tag him. Yeah. Okay, at that point, I don't give a damn about what this Roger dude knows about wrestling. He knows what pro wrestling is, bro. Them have to stop mollycoddling these youths, bro. How old is he? 23 or something like that. All right, probably older. I don't know. He gets to ringside. This is the part of the stream that I actually went into. He's sitting there while the match is going on. Psycho Steve's having a match and all this, bro. And he's getting super chats. He's on Kicks or whatever it's called on Super. He's getting messages. And the chat's winding him up. And he's like, the new way everyone speaks and that. W's in the chat, guys. W's in the chat. What do you think I should do, guys? And he's like, I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna get. What do you think I should do, guys? W's in the chat. 30,000 subs and a knock him out. 30,000 subs and a knock. So this is the part where anyone defending him loses all defense, and this is the part that if man press charge and it goes to court, he loses, bro. He's asking the chat, what do you want me to do? I will knock him out for subs, bro. Then people in the chat was like, man, you're a fake crash out, bro. You ain't gonna do anything, bro. And he's like, yo, you think I won't do anything? You just watch, man. You want to show what a fake crash is? I'm gonna show you what a crash is, man. He ain't done martial arts like me, bro. I'm gonna get him, bro. I'm gonna get him. Then he decides to get in the ring. First of all, this is what I knew straight away. He gives him the kabuki spine buster, where he just dashes him on his head. Brother, at that point, everyone in the ring should have said, nah. This is long, bro. Even if you want to do this part of the show, lock him up, grab him out there. He dashed him on his head. What we saw follow after that moment, in the full mount, listen, I used to do MMA, bro. I know what full mount is, bro. In the full mount position, he goes to work on Steve, who's knocked out, bro. Ground and pound, 23 unanswered, full-blown punches from a mixed martial artist, bro. To the jaw, the cheekbones, the nose, the mouth. Beating the brakes off him. You know, bro, listen, anyone who watches UFC, bro, if you knock a man out, Herb Dean is flying in there before you get to throw 3 punches, bro. So you knock a man out and the ref hasn't realized you might get 1 more punch on him. Herb Dean's flying in there, rugby tackling, man. You'll get off. You'll always see the adrenaline of a fighter, because if you're fighting, you know, adrenaline's hitting, so you are ready to throw another punch. Then you come to your senses, the ref gets you off and that. I need to know who the pussyos who work at this wrestling school are. Now, Rikishi's school, and we got Rikishi and all that. This is a WWE ID school. I saw today that WWE is pulling the ID from that school. Good. These ID schools is where they train wrestlers and then they have indie shows on it. So the people are training to be referees, commentators, put the ring up, take the ring down, all of these stuff, wrestlers. Me as a regular civilian, there's not a chance, bro, that I'm watching a man get 23 unanswered punches and you're just sitting there going, oh, it's part of the show. He's out cold, bro. He's out cold, bro. You're giving him brain. It's like we're watching a man get brain damage and no one's doing anything about it. Then the one guy tries to grab him, which thank God he did, and he probably saved Donnie's life. Can't even control him. These men are bro. These men suplex man for a living, and they can't control him. Let me tell you guys, which you lot might not have seen from the other angle, but funny enough, the punches are the worst thing I saw. The second worst thing I saw was that spine buster. The third worst thing I saw was somebody, when Steve had received the 23 unanswered punches to the face, I saw a man slide in the ring and pin him. And the ref counted 1, 2, 3. What world do we fucking live in, bro? This is why when me and you guys in the chat, when people ask us, are you still watching that wrestling thing? This is why this is why it gets embarrassing, bro. This is why it gets embarrassing being a wrestling fan. Because when people call us marks and all that, when men are calling us these nerds, these NPCs, they're not talking about me, blood. They're talking about those guys, bro. Them CEX, wet smelling, dirty dog smelling, pissy smelling newts, blood. What do you mean you're pinning the man, bro? Don is dead. Don is half dead. He's out of it, bro. He's got his heart, bro. Everything is flatlined. It's over with. He ain't moving. He ain't like it, bro. He's out cold, bro, and you're pinning him. Do you think the show's carrying on? Do you think all of us in the crowd are watching going, hey, someone should go for the pin, man. He might win the title. And there was no title on the line. Bro, oh my God, bro. I will take moaning about that shit John Cena Logan Paul punch angle on SmackDown, which caused me not to do a review because I was so angry at that shit punch. I will take arguing and debating and laughing and trolling that shit John Cena punch. or the shit Logan punch what John Cena sold, but I didn't touch him. I will take that every single day of the week over a man getting 23 unanswered haymakers to the jaw by a fully trained, licensed martial artist, the son of a former UFC Hall of Famer, bruv, UFC champ, Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans. I met them at the same time. Chuck Liddell, Iceman, Tito Ortiz, George St. Pierre, BJ Penn. They come from that era, blood. And you mean to tell me, you not knowing it was his son, just allowed him to do that to your brethren? You like pussy hole, and I'm calling that there's an agenda, bro. I'm calling that the man that didn't step in have a problem with Psycho Steve already, bro. And they said, hold that. I'm calling that the dude in the cowboy hat who told this Roger you to go get his receipt has got a problem with Steve, bro. You can't, bro. You like could never convince me otherwise, bro. Pinning man is the most diabolical thing. And whoever that you pinned him, sack that guy too, blood. Send the one dude to prison and send the other one to the unemployment line, bro. Because that is diabolical work, bro. That is the work of the devil, and I ain't religious, bro. But if demons exist, it was that guy who punched him up, and it was that guy who went for a pin, blood. You get me? Who goes for a pin? Is man a tailor, blood? You putting a suit together, bro. Yeah? Bro. I can't believe that shit, bro. He beat the brakes off him, bro. The ref, no, Morris brothers, hear me out, bro. The ref counted the 1-2. I don't know what's worse, the man who pinned him or the ref counting the 1-2-3, blood. Because you ain't getting no job with WWE, let me tell you that. Then Rampage Jackson wants to put out these bullshit statements. Yeah, I'm not excusing my son's actions, but Raja doesn't know anything about pro wrestling. He shouldn't be anywhere near it. And he only had a concussion a couple of days ago. He shouldn't have been doing anything physical. First of all, shut the fuck up, bro. Because he's a grown man. And if he didn't tell anyone that he was concussed, then how the fuck is anyone supposed to know? Man, not just walk around with a fucking concussion sticker on the side of the face. If you don't tell man you're concussed, then obviously, you get me, that ain't gonna happen. Second of all, you weren't booked to be part of the show, you fucking idiots, bro. He was wanting to get a receipt back. If he was booked to be a part of the show, then the can to the head wouldn't have bothered him. Then he's on some, I'm worried about the well-being of shut up, blood. Shut up, blood. Now, as a man who's followed UFC since I was about, I've followed MMA since I was about 6, blood. Yeah? Let's let man know this, ain't Graces, Shamrock, all them man them. See Rampage Jackson, bro. I'm not trying to blame him because his son is his own grown man. But if anyone has ever watched Ultimate Fighter, if anyone has ever watched old Rampage Jackson interviews, this crash out thing is hereditary, blood. It's hereditary. It's hereditary, bro. I seen Rampage Jackson on live TV trying to dagger the interviewer, bro. She's trying to talk to him. He's trying to dagger her leg, bro. Then let me take you to after the event. Obviously, Raja gets removed from the building. This is the killer. He stays on live stream the whole time. Kick. Okay. I thought about going to Kick before. Kick has not a regulation in the world, bro. It has not a regulation in the world, bro. I'm letting you know this. If that happened on Twitch, you're not seeing on the 11th punch, bro. Your channel's getting shut off, bro. This man had 23 unanswered ones and carried on streaming to the point where he got removed from the building. The cameraman followed him. He went to the car park. He got called by whichever promoter. He got called by his dad. And this is what I knew. Bullshit. He's all angry. He's speaking to the cameraman. Said, I'm fucking tired of people playing with me. I'm tired of people thinking so whatever anger you've got in your real life where man them think you're a chump, probably because you're Rampage Jackson's son and you're one of these little ungrateful little bitches that have a cushy life, that you want to be a hard man when you don't need to be, bro. Shut the fuck up, take your dad's money and live a good life, you little prick, yeah. And then, bro, Psycho Steve didn't mess with you, bro. The man apologized, bro. If Psycho Steve took a full can of Coke, full can, not open, and rasped Roger in the face, Roger, get your hits back, bro. I don't even care. It was an empty can, and he gave him a working hit, bro. I don't have to keep explaining to man. If you're on this channel, you should know what working hit is, bro. That's the reason why it didn't hurt him. He apologized, bro. You had the opportunity as a man to accept his apology or not accept his apology. You had the opportunity as a man to go one-on-one with the youth outside, say, listen, fuck that. You're not going to disrespect me. We're going to scrap now. And if the man said he doesn't want to scrap you, then you can't scrap in it. You let it fester. You let your ego get the better of you. And now, I'm not going to say what's going to happen to him because I don't know. I don't know if Steve's going to wake up and he's an ex-veteran, by the way. I don't know if he's going to wake up and, I don't want to do anything. Man, I pressing charges. It's on live stream, bro. All the evidence is there. So, whatever happens to you, bro, I don't know what his career was anyway, Roger. I just see it as you're a streamer. Kick shouldn't let you back on the platform. If you've gotten any license in whatever martial arts, that should get taken off you, bro, because I know how that works. I'm not saying man can't reform his life and all that business. He's not in prison or anything like that yet, but yeah, man, crazy. Man outside said, come here so I can give you a viral moment. Now we outside. Something along those lines. Exactly. These kids are always fucking outside, isn't it? Everyone's we outside. You listen, let me just tell, man, if I hear a grown man tell me we outside, first of all, fix your fucking language, bro. Because we outside ain't punctual, blood. You get me? Second of all, any of my man them tell me we outside. Any of the man them get out their camera phone and point it at me. Savage, we outside. I'm going to kick you in the balls, bro. I'm going to show you a lesson. You get me? We out fucking side. Everyone's outside till I punch you up and you have to go back inside. Listen, these little bitches, bro. I had enough of this shit, man. This is what happens when generations of men. Listen. There was a generation where man them had youths, but the dads and the moms were pussy holes, bro. Yeah? And I'm sorry, but that's probably somewhere between my generation. Is basically, if you was born between about 1983 and 1990, well, no, just 1983, because everything after that, pussy holes, bro. If all them people born between 1983 and after that who can have kids, yeah, that generation fucked up everything, bro. And yes, I'm one of them, bro, but my youth's not a pussy hole, blood. My youth ain't out here disrespecting people, being rude, trying to start fights and that, bro. He ain't doing it, bro. My son doesn't come from the mean streets. He doesn't come from the hood. He doesn't come from the ends. He doesn't come from the manor, bro. Yeah, he doesn't come from them places. He comes from a nice property, bro. Yeah, with nice parents and a nice family, bro. Yeah, who take care of him. He goes to acting school. Yeah, he's not hard, bro. He can fight, but he ain't hard, bro. Yeah, so all of that, them man fucked up everything, bro. This is what happens when you bring up your kids with your head in your phone, bro. This is what happens when all you do is when you have to discipline your kids, you discipline them with your mouth. Yeah, like, oh yeah, shut up, fucking little Callum and that, but your head's in Facebook, bro. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens, bro. They become these little shits. Hereditary business. Bet you any money. Show me a pussy hole. I'll show one of the pussy hole parents, bro. Bet you any money, bro. Very rarely that I find some pussy hole, bro, and the mom or dad's not a pussy hole, bro. Dad's a simp. Mom's a whore. And it's going to get worse, bro, because in 10 years, bro, the dad's going to be a pussy hole and the mom's going to be on OnlyFans, bro. So it's going to get worse. Crash outs are being born at this current stage, bro. Because I'll tell you one thing. If I got to my informative years at the age of 13 and I'm in school and man's looking at my mom's photos and videos on OnlyFans in PE, bro, I'm swinging on everyone, bro. I'm swinging on everybody, bro. Women, go out there and make your money. That's your business and that. Everything can't be for the bag. Everything can't be get your money. Everything can't be, I'm not even hating, get the bag, yo. You fucking losers, bruv. Morals are gone from the world. Discipline's gone from the world. It's a joke. Everyone's running around fat. It's fat! Everyone's running around fat. Undisciplined. Go bring up a picture of the beach from the 1950s. So there you, bro. Go on. Go Google a picture of the beach from the 1950s, bro. And then look at the beach now, bro. The whales are under sand, bro. Not in the water. They're under sand, bro. Beluga whales, bro. Fat things, bro. Big BMI, bro. obese settings. Visceral fat. It's all connected, man. It's all connected, man. Fucking pussy holes. I mean, your boy Good Savage anyway, man. I had enough of this shit, bro. Can't even be bothered anymore, bro. This is just winding me up, bro. This shit is cooked, bro. This shit is cooked. You know what? There's no point even saying anymore the generation's cooked, bro. It's not the generation, because you know why? I've met too many people. First of all, there's no defined method on what the generation is, unless you want to do all that baby boomer talk. I guess that's what they want to go with. Everyone's cooked, bro. I'm watching 60-year-old women and that trying to compete with their 20-year-old daughters, bro. Talking about, yo, let me get Gymshark leggings too. Bitch, if you don't put on a fucking floral dress and go to brunch, bro, who you talking to? Who you talking to? You better go home and watch Real Housewives of fucking New York or something about competing with your 20-year-old daughter. I got grown men can't say nothing to their kid because, oh God, yeah, let me square it with the mum first and then square it with the mum. You better speak to that youth. Kids are coming home, robbed bicycles, robbed jewels, blood. Where'd you get that from? I robbed it. Police come. Oh, to be fair to him, he doesn't know better. His friends encouraged him. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, man. So yeah, the generation isn't cooked. The world's cooked, bro. Socially, yeah, like Joel's dad for that. That's exactly who I've got in mind as well, bro. Them man talking about Zach Zagan or whatever his fucking name is, bro. Listen, man. Watch your youths, innit? Because this is the reason why I'm so passionate about this. Because listen to me. Listen to me good. This is a threat. This is a threat, by the way. If one of you pussyos is you, puts hands, feet, elbows, knees, headbutts, puts a knife, a gun, a grenade, blood, a baseball bat, a crowbar. If you any of you lots dirty, crusty sons put all any of that on my kid, my good, well-respecting youth, blood, John Wick settings, bro. I'm going under the stairs and I'm digging up the cement, and whatever comes out of there, I'm taking man out with it, bro. If any of your youths bump into my missus, bump into my dog, knock into my mom's shoulder, bruv, look in the wrong direction, have any attitude problem, I'm taking man out, bruv.